before we get to trusts and structuring and all that sort of stuff, which is critical when you are going to understand what sort of your property portfolio is going to look like, you need cash. So firstly, congrats. If you've saved up enough cash, it's between 40 to 80 grand or whatever it is, you've saved up enough cash to get into the market. Chalk that up to a huge win. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Secondly, how much you earn in terms of wages is important as well, right? When we talk about how much, when the bank looks at your financial position and servicing a loan, in terms of how much you can repay to a loan, the more you earn, typically the larger loan that you can service, which will help you get a larger loan to buy a larger asset.
Ooh, yeah, about to sneeze.
Oh, he's about to sneeze. Let it rip.
Oh, no, I'm going to hold it into it, breathe through it. And a simple way of doing that is, you want to be earning at least $60,000 a year, in my opinion. But the more the better. And then when you start earning over $100,000 a year, it opens you up to a better borrowing capacity. But at the same time, if you've got your say 80 grand in cash and you're on 60 grand a year. The value of that money is eroding over time with inflation, and also with the market moving the way it is. Your purchasing power is getting weakened, every single month from that point of view. So it's better to be invested than to just sit on the sidelines and just wait for, once again, a potential unicorn.
Yeah.
But go on there's the bank, or every bank has a online borrowing capacity calculator. You don't have to talk to anybody, just jump on that. It gives you a rough idea. The biggest tip on that front is don't take that figure for gospel. It's just automated. There's so many more questions that need to be asked, and that's why a good quality mortgage broker is key to be working with during that, because they can actually get the definitive amount of your unapproved borrowing capacity.
Yeah.
Because what we're trying to achieve here in your first purchase is you want to know what property you can actually buy. So you got your deposit. What will the banks lend you? Add those two together. Also,
that's going to give you a borrowing capacity.
Or your purchasing capacity, adding the two together.
Capacity, yeah.
And then taking into account around 5% of the purchase price of that property is going to be needed on top of that.
Yeah.
So generally that gets eaten from your cash from that point of view, and it'll affect your loan to value ratio. But it's really important to understand that, and your borrowing capacity may differ if you're going through a trust structure than it is personal name. And that's why we say have a chat to your accountant. If you know an accountant that has an in-house mortgage broker, it can also maybe fast track a few little things. If you're wanting to know someone to have a chat to, then just reach out, hello@propertypals.au. We'll put you in contact with a few different people. But that's really the key, because if you're doing your figures on your personal borrowing capacity, yet you want to purchase in a trust, they may differ, and you're going to be wasting your time.
Absolutely. In fact, little side story, my first property, I was looking to buy my first property, gave all the information to the buyers, not the buyer's agent, so the broker, yeah. And I knew I was buying it in a trust. He didn't. They set up my pre-finance approval in my personal name, and came back, and I thought, hang on, is this, if I want to buy this in my trust, is this going to work? And I had to do another one, or another reapproval, which was no big deal. It's roughly the same amount of money, but it's just a waste of their time, and it's a waste of your time. So I guess this is where we start to, once we get past the goal, which is going to fluctuate, and how much cash you have, and your wages, which is also going to fluctuate, and it's going to change as you evolve through your property portfolio.